Alright, this video is pretty crazy. If you've seen the short video of me coming 0.07 seconds away from dying in my hardcore world, which you probably have, then make sure you watch to the end because this is the full version of that video. In this video, I finished the main part of my base, I come 0.07 seconds away from dying, I had my life saved by a chicken, and I built a black hole for the chicken to live in. Make sure you watch to the end so you don't miss anything. Alright, now on with the video. So I was working on making an iron farm in my hardcore world when I blue screened. So I quickly restarted my computer and checked the recordings, but they were corrupted. So unfortunately, you're not going to get a chance to see the sick build montage I had planned. This is so sad. Anyway, getting on to the video, just to make sure everyone's caught up, 2 videos ago I blew up this giant crater, and in the last video I started to transform it. So in this video we're going to completely finish the transformation. Again, my goal with the base is to make it look like it was an old mineshaft that had been exploded and then refurbished. So with that in mind, let's cut to the uncorrupted parts of the footage of me building the iron farm. Okay, I'm back. So the footage of me building the iron farm was all corrupted, which sucks, but we'll just continue it off from here. With all the giant farms I have planned for the world, I'll need a ton of hoppers, and I also want to use iron blocks as building materials, so an iron farm is definitely needed. Like I said, I've already built the farm. I now just need to move some villagers in there, which is exactly why I'm making this bridge of rails. Okay, I'll go grab the first villager. Oh. So I'm not sure the best way of doing this. Oh, that works. So he's gone. This one? Yeah. Okay, there's 2. What? Why is there water? What? What is happening? Okay, that works. That was interesting. Okay, there's a 3rd villager. I just need to feed my slave. I just need to feed my workers. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, look at that block glitch. Now, I'm over by the iron farm. I built it in the spawn chunks, that way it'll always be active whenever I'm in the overworld, so it will definitely get a ton of iron, which will be perfect. Really, all that's left to do to get this farm working is get a bunch of villagers, and we should be good to go. There are also a couple zombies I need to name in the farm, and since I actually have an audience now, I think it's really cool that I could just pick a name and odds are there's someone with that name watching this. So I'm gonna name the zombies Mark. To any Marks out there, sorry. I'll name the first zombie. Oh, hello. Goodbye. And the second zombie, also Mark. After trapping the marks in there, I spent the next couple hours breeding and then sending the villagers over to the farm until the farm was completely finished. This is where the iron golems go when they spawn in the nether portals. Oh. It's just a simple collection area. They'll walk off the edge and die to the lava. Just like the mob farm, this iron farm was designed by Shulkercraft. The farm is completely finished, so let's hop back to the overworld and see how it works. Nothing is spawning. Okay, we got our first one. Oh, and there are 2 more. Okay, perfect. So it's working. Okay, so I'll now go AFK for 15 minutes to see what I come back to. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, so let's see how much iron we got, and wow. Okay, that's a lot. So every 15 minutes we spend playing the game in the overworld, we're gonna get almost 6 stacks of iron. That's absurd. Okay, so we're good for iron. So now we have the iron farm out of the way, but there's still one farm we need to make before we can start working on transforming the rest of the crater, and that is an Enderman farm. To be efficient, the farm needs to be on Y level 0, so I'll just make a box around here to put the water in. There we go. And I'll start building my way down. Oh. Okay, I guess we'll just keep going. Okay, one more. Oh, don't fall out of the water. Okay. Okay, we got it. Okay. And that's on Y0. Okay, now that we're down here, we just need to bridge over 200 blocks. Should I speed bridge? Okay, that's good. I don't trust myself to do any more than that. And I'll just go ahead and build the farm. Okay, I need to name an endermite for the farm so that it doesn't despawn. I'll name it John. Any Johns out there? Sorry. Now I'll just throw some ender pearls until... There we go. Oh. Can I get him to climb up here? Okay. Come on. Okay, there we go. I'll name you. And minecart. Perfect. Alright, we have an endermite now. Now we just need to build a roof for it so the enderman can't attack it. And that's the completed farm. So it's really simple actually. There's just a small platform here where the endermen spawn. They detect the endermite when they spawn, so they run over to it but fall in a pit before they get to it, and I get to kill them there. It's really simple and really efficient. So that's perfect. Okay, it's time to get rid of the torches so that the endermen can actually spawn. And they should be spawning. Yeah, I see a few. Yeah, okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, a bunch of them are spawning. Alright. And now that they're all in the pit, we can just start killing them. Oh, I don't have sweeping edge on my sword. So this is taking way longer than it should. Now that I had the 2 farms finished, I was finally ready to start working on the rest of the transformation, starting with the pathway around the crater. Like I mentioned in the past, there were 2 different types of paths I needed to make. One for the refurbished path, which would be in the areas that were exposed to the explosion, and a wooden path in the places that were protected by the explosion. I wanted the 2 paths to look similar, so I just used the same design for both types of paths. The only difference being, instead of polished deep slate, I use oak planks. Instead of deep slate tiles, I use stripped spruce logs. And instead of sea lanterns, I use redstone lamps. Oh, you know what? I could also add fences, because you know, in a mine shaft they have fences to like make sure the mine doesn't collapse on them. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. I also made a bridge going across the open area I left before, and I just gave that the same look as the stone path. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks pretty good actually. And here's what you've probably been waiting for. I was collecting deep slate to build the path around the rest of the crater when a creeper came up behind me. The creeper launched me in the air with only half a heart, and I was so high up in the air that I was definitely going to take fall damage. That meant I was pretty much guaranteed to die and lose my hardcore world. But luckily for me, exactly 1 minute and 42 seconds previously, I'd eaten chicken while only down half a hunger. And because of that single piece of chicken, I regened half a heart exactly 0.07 seconds before hitting the ground. And that let me live on half a heart instead of losing my hardcore world. So technically you could say that a chicken saved my hardcore world. That was too close. It was half a heart and I took fall damage. I should have died there, definitely. Oh my god. Or you could have done a water bucket MLG but harder, but you had a water bucket. I thought it was about to MLG also, water. Or you could have just water bucket. No, that was I thought it would switch to water bucket. This is why you don't wear light. Always wear fully enchanted armor. Reminder to wear your channel light. This is why you don't always wear light. Milk. Okay, yeah, I get it, alright? I had a water bucket in my hotbar, and I was also wearing an elytra. But as you can tell by the start of the clip, I was reading chat while it happened. So by the time I had registered what happened, it had already been too late. I immediately knew which chicken it had to be that saved my life. And of course, it was Parkour Chicken from episode 6. But Sand, there's no way you could have known what chicken it was that you ate. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, if we all believe it's true, then it is true, okay? How do you think currency works, alright? If everyone believes Parkour Chicken is the one that saved the world, then you know, Parkour Chicken is the one that saved the world. It was at this point I realized that I needed to do something special for Parkour Chicken. I needed to memorialize him in some way, and I actually came up with the perfect way of doing that. But before I could do that, I need to get better armor and a Totem of Undying. Okay, so I'll just buy a bunch of diamond gear to grindstone and then enchant. And I'll head to the Enderman farm to work on getting perfect armor. With how efficient the farm is, I don't think it'll take too long. I then spent the next couple hours cycling through different enchantments, combining the ones that were good, and putting them on my armor. Obviously, I'm not going to show you this because, I mean, it was extremely boring. Yeah, I was standing there for like 2 hours just doing nothing. Oh, hey buddy, can you just, yeah, thank you, alright. And just like that, 2 hours later, I had perfect armor. Except it's not netherite and I don't have thorns, but honestly, I kind of like it that way. Now to get a Totem of Undying, I'll need to complete a raid. So I first need to fly around and look for some pillagers. Oh, here's a pillager outpost, that's perfect. So now we just need to kill a bunch of them until we find one with a flag on it. Here's Flagman. Alright, there he goes. And now we fly back to our base and start the raid. Okay, so I'm probably gonna need a bunch of arrows for this. Feathers here. Okay. I don't want these villagers to die, so I'm gonna quickly block those off. Flint. Oh, use flint. Okay, I'll make arrows. There we go. And here's the first round. Okay. That was easy. Oh god. Okay, I need to get rid of these guys. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh. What is parkour? There it is. Okay. Okay, and these guys are just stuck in this pond, so there we go. Okay. Five Totems of Undying. That's pretty sweet. And there's the last guy there, and boom. Holy frick, we're certified heroes. Let's go. I've always wanted to try this in the world, so now that we have the totem, let's see if I can do this. Nice. Okay. And it's tradition after you get a totem to just use it. Perfect. Now, I really don't like the look of the totem, so I just changed it to my own skin. Because, I mean, when you think about it, you know, a totem gives you a second life. So, you know, I'm holding a second life in my hand. Yeah, so it works. And now that we have a totem and better armor, we can finally go ahead and finish the pathway. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty nice. So now I just need to change the design of the walls around the path, and I'll just be using the same palette as the rest of the cave. So I'll need to first grab a bunch of materials. Now I'll start digging out this wall, and I'll just build this first section. Yeah, I like that. I think that works pretty well. So I just need some lights, and sea lanterns are the obvious choice. Oh, you know what? I should probably use sea lanterns instead of redstone lamps in the center, because those lights probably would have been blown up. The refurbished sea lanterns would have replaced them. Oh yeah, I do think that looks a lot better. I left some redstone lamps at the top of the hole because that probably wouldn't have been affected too much by the explosion, but the rest are sea lanterns. I put some lights in the walls, and I do really like that. So I will be using this design going across the entire path. This is going to take a long time. While the past version of myself works on that, I just wanted to say, if you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing. These videos take me a long time to make, and just liking and subscribing would make a big difference. Alright, on with the video. I hear a slime. Oh, hello. Now, I do want to make an elevator shaft, so for that I'll need slime balls. So that's pretty nice. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright, so I've used that design everywhere along the path except for this spot here, because for this spot I do want to do something a little bit different. So what I'll do is extend the roof so it's like a curve going down, so it can be like another path that's being hung by the chains. Yeah, it does look like it's just sort of floating there, which is perfect. And from the top, it also looks very natural. We are now officially done with the pathway around the base, so we can start working on the main centerpiece. And this is where Parkour Chicken comes in. I want there to be a reason why this mineshaft was refurbished, and that reason is because somehow when the mineshaft exploded, a black hole formed, so the mineshaft had to be refurbished into a research lab where they study the black hole. And inside of that black hole, I want there to be a chicken, because, you know, it just seems like the perfect spot for someone who is, you know, essentially God. So we need to build a black hole. Okay, I'll finally need to move these chests out of the way. There we go. And I'll grab my TNT and place them here. Okay, let's see what this does. So I want to get rid of every blocks instead of bedrock. I'm thinking TNT is the best way to do this. I might be wrong, but I'll try it with TNT for now. So I'll just go at it like this for a little bit. The reason I'm blowing up all the blocks is because the black hole would really destroy everything it can, and I'll be making the black hole pretty close to the ground, so that means the entire ground should be destroyed pretty much. Okay, so I've completely cleared this out now. Now I want to be able to walk on this, so I'll place some black stained glass and I'll leave a space and place another layer of glass and leave another space and another layer. This way it should give the effect of it getting darker the further down you look. So that should look pretty cool. I hope so. So now I'll just add this glass everywhere in this hole. I've barely made a dent and I'm already out of glass. Okay. Need more sand. I need more ink sacs. And done. Oh, done. Okay. All the glass is in now, so that's nice. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. But that's usually how these things go. So this is what it looks like from the top. That's the glass in. Now I will need to clear out all the edges and give the edges the same design as the rest of the cave. Okay, so if I purl here, there we go. So I added those blocks around the entire circle, and I also added sea lanterns and removed a bunch of the torches. So now it's starting to look super cool. So now I'll actually start building the hole itself. I need a lot of black concrete. I need to go in my pit of water and okay, we got a bunch of concrete. Yeah, this is pitch black. Even with a torch, you can't really see anything. This is probably the hardest thing to build because I can't really see anything. I'm just sort of placing blocks and hoping they're in the right spot. Now I'll need to add carpet to make sure mobs don't spawn in here. And I'll purl over here, and yeah, that looks super cool. Yeah, it's like completely black. You can't even see anything inside of it. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Now I do need to go up to grab a chicken, because like I said, I do want to put a chicken inside of the black hole. So I'll use my chicken farm, break this block to collect some eggs. Okay, we got 13 eggs now. That should be enough. So now that we're in the black hole, we can throw our eggs. All right, we already got one. Sweet. Hello, sir. You are now God. Now, it doesn't really make sense having a chicken as a god and also having a chicken farm, so I'll let you guys out now. Now, this really sucks, but, you know, it's canonical, so I guess it had to be done. And that's gonna do it for this episode of Hardcore Minecraft. And yes, I absolutely did make this cinematic shot right at the end to try to make more people watch it until the end. Did it work? Are you still watching this? Well, if you heard that, then that means you're still watching this. I don't know why I asked that. If you enjoyed, then like the video and make sure you subscribe. I do have a Twitter and a Discord, so go follow those. If you have an idea for the next part of the build, then leave a comment down below. Alright, peace.